Y'all, we've all been there. That one question that makes you freeze. For celebrities, that awkward silence can go viral in seconds, sparking endless fan theories online. But imagine it happening live on air, with millions listening. Tom Hiddleston was relaxed and charming until a name came up. This is the sourdough moment everyone's talking about. He and his co-star Karen Gillan were on Heart Radio, doing a pretty standard press tour for their new film. Devin Griffin asked what they do on a typical night in. Tom said he gets lost in sports highlights. Very relatable. Then the host casually mentioned Taylor Swift and a sourdough blog, and Tom's face changed, a reaction that fans would dissect for weeks. Host, on air. We did just find out that Taylor Swift is a big fan of a sourdough recipe blog. Very, very specific. They were doing a friendly promotional interview, the kind that usually sails smoothly, but the host was about to drop a name that would change the entire tone.
We did just find out that Taylor Swift is a big fan of a sourdough recipe blog.
Tom furrowed his brows, tilted his head back, and let out a quiet,
It was the classic deer in headlights, a moment of genuine confusion that fans would dissect frame by frame.
I can see how you can get into that.
Tom managed a clipped, "Oh, did she?" Then a weak laugh, a rapid pivot to move on.
Karen seemed to sense the awkwardness, but didn't or couldn't step in. The silence was deafening. Those few seconds echoed online as fan accounts went into overdrive. Clips, memes, and reaction gifs spread instantly. Within hours, fueled by fan discussion, the moment resurfaced on headlines across the web. Live radio can be a minefield, and this was a small explosion. Next, rewind to why that name triggers so much attention. To understand why that name landed so hard, we rewind to summer 2016, a time that sent fan communities into a frenzy. They became a tabloid obsession, fueling endless speculation not just in magazines, but across fan-run social media. It was a 3-month whirlwind, meetings with family, trips, and a constant stream of photos for fans to dissect. One viral image became shorthand for the frenzy, and the internet's narrative stuck. Fans were fiercely divided online. Was this true romance or a perfectly orchestrated PR spectacle? For Tom, the intense scrutiny shifted focus from his craft. His private life suddenly became the main event. Subsequent interviews often showed him wary when the topic of his love life resurfaced. Past relationships live on as public footnotes, easily resurrected by fans and media alike. That history is why a casual mention on a morning show can feel like reopening an old wound. What do we learn? First, the art of the pivot. Tom's clipped "I'm very busy" was a textbook deflection. Acknowledge, then disengage. Celebrities train for these moments. Resilience becomes routine. We lean in not just to gawk, but to connect with something human. Both have moved on and continued to build their careers and lives. The challenge, not letting ghosts of the past define the present. Tom handled it with professionalism and calm, a quiet display of strength. If you enjoyed the breakdown, like and subscribe. What would you have said in that moment? Tell us in the comments.